All right, so Cardano just had its biggest day in years, with the chain hard fork officially being complete. This was a long-awaited upgrade for Cardano's blockchain, and while we saw this happen, there was a lot of negative news come out as well for Cardano, which really has been holding back its price. So if we're looking at the overall market, what's going on with Cardano, we could see that, yes, the overall market has been struggling quite a bit. We've been seeing Bitcoin well below $60,000 per coin, Ethereum right around $2,400 per coin, and Cardano is down around 11% over the last 7 days, despite having its biggest day in terms of technical upgrades in years. We've seen that Cardano's price right now is sitting right around 32 cents per token in the last 7 days. It's down around 8.5% the last month, pretty flat. And last year, still up around 27%. But the big news that is really good for Cardano is that we did see the Cardano chain hard fork officially complete. This is something that's very important if you are an investor in Cardano or just investor in altcoins, because Cardano's chain hard fork was successful. It shifted the whole entire ecosystem and whole entire blockchain to decentralized governance. This is something that's very, very important, because one of the key changes for this Cardano chain hard fork is to transform Cardano governance, enabling any Cardano token holder to submit or participate in the voting process for governance actions as part of the project's Voltaire upgrade phase. It said, look, today's chain hard fork marks a major milestone for the Cardano blockchain ecosystem and community, fulfilling the promise of a truly self-governing decentralized network. The goal of this first stage, so like for the next 90 days or so, is to ensure security and continuity during the governance bootstrapping phase. The second phase, which is expected to happen in 2025, will oversee, establish, and help facilitate the community and self-government initiatives for the ecosystem. So we could see that with Cardano's chain hard fork, it's not really happening all as of like September 1st and September 2nd. It's taking place over the next 180 days or so. You could see that like each phase is around 90 days or so. The first phase is just ensuring security. Second phase is to help facilitate the community and self-government initiatives for the ecosystem. And so all this is really exciting and really bullish. Next up is I want to talk about a few major updates with BC Game. So if you haven't seen our previous videos on it, BC Game is like the primary casino and wagering platform for crypto investors. It's very simple and easy to go about betting on sports and play a number of different online wagering games. And recently they announced a massive giveaway to celebrate their LCFC partnership. So ultimately, to participate, it's very simple and easy to do. You just have to update your Twitter pic with their LCFC image right here, engage with their daily posts on the account using your UID and quality posts, and daily 10 random users win rewards with more weekly rewards based on activity. In addition to this, they're always announcing other major giveaways and partnerships on their X page with over 278,000 followers. They're always announcing, like here, just 8 hours ago, another giveaway where 50 winners are going to be announced within 7 days. They're doing Twitter Spaces and other major events to constantly engage with the community. So this is a platform that ultimately allows you to go about wagering on sports, whether you like soccer, tennis, basketball. You could play online wagering games as well. And if you go ahead and use my link in the description, you're going to ultimately get a 300% deposit bonus. So you can see they have traditional bonuses right now if you just look at the top of the screen, but this with my link is going to be significantly more than just that traditional 200% user bonus. So make sure to use my link. And next thing I want to go over is what's going on with Charles Hoskinson, the founder of Cardano, came out in a video and he said, look, he said, one small step for Cardano, one giant leap for the industry. And he believes that this chain hard fork for Cardano was actually one of the biggest milestones to ever happen in the crypto space. He said, Cardano's chain hard fork dwarfed Bitcoin. He says this upgrade is a significant achievement for Cardano, marking a pivotal step toward fulfilling vision of a fully self-governing decentralized network. This dwarfs Bitcoin. It's unique, and books will be written about what happened with Cardano's chain hard fork. He said, look, the big accomplishment is for Cardano's chain hard fork is one of humans' most significant technical feats, because a distributed system operating across more than 100 countries seamlessly evolved into a decentralized entity complete with its constitution without central coordination. He said Cardano is now a governance virus that is living, self-replicating, and self-sustaining. It has intelligence and will survive and grow. Nothing can shut it down. Nothing can stop its growth. There was no central coordination in making this transition from a more centralized governance system to this more decentralized governance system. So he says this is the biggest thing to ever happen in crypto, and it dwarfs anything that's ever happened with Bitcoin. So all of this has been extremely good on the surface. But if you're looking at a few bad things that have happened with Cardano, we need to address these as well, because yes, we should have seen Cardano's price really rally, but the overall market and a few things have been holding it down. And one of this is, if we're looking at Cardano's price, it's down 75% versus Bitcoin over the last 2 years. So 2 years ago, Charles Hoskinson came out. He basically questioned Bitcoin. He said in a 2022 conversation, he argued that Bitcoin should not be used on the Bitcoin blockchain network, but on a faster blockchain like Cardano or Ethereum as a wrapped asset. And since that time, we have seen Cardano's price versus Bitcoin continuously drop further and further. It's not really too great. And the thing about this is that, yeah, other altcoins haven't performed as well. We've seen, like Solana maybe hasn't done as well at certain points in time. Ethereum hasn't done as well at points in time. But overall, Cardano went from being around just around 10% of Bitcoin's market cap to about 1% of Bitcoin's market cap. That's not really a great look. It says, look, in 3 years' time, Cardano went from 10% of Bitcoin's market cap to 1%. It's not really a great look. And so no matter what he's saying, this is data. This is something that you have to look at. It's not really great. Other thing that's happened recently, which has been negatively affecting Cardano's price, is with whale accounts, because whale accounts recently offloaded $326 million in Cardano after the chain hard fork. And the accounts that did this were those wallets holding between $100,000 and $1 million of ADA. So these addresses moved to sell their supply over the last 10 days. During this time, they dumped $326 million worth of tokens, representing about 15% of their entire holdings. It's not great. Following the recent chain hard fork event, these crypto whales have initiated their sell-offs, anticipating potential market corrections. This behavior aligns with sell the news phenomenon, where traders often capitalize on the hype leading up to significant developments. The thing about this is that, yeah, that's usually what happens in crypto, but we didn't really see a lot of hype in terms of Cardano's price leading up to September 1st and September 2nd. If we look over the last month, yeah, we went from around 34 cents per token up to around 39 cents per token. It's not really too much of a change. It's around a 15% change. Not like 15 to 20% change, nothing too crazy. And now we're just back exactly where we were a month ago. So it's not really that we saw this sell-off after the hype. It's more so that we're just seeing these whale accounts that have been in Cardano for a while, that have quite a significant portion of Cardano, are just selling off. So there's a big difference between selling the news, like a big sell-off, and just seeing the buy the hype, sell the news phenomenon. There's a difference between that, and there's a difference between that happening and just whales selling off their portfolio to maybe buy something else. So that's something that's not too great. In addition to this, with whales, we've seen in terms of Solana, the Pump.Fun fee account sold 10,300 Solana, worth around $1.38 million. And they also sold, in total over the last couple of weeks, they've sold 264,373 Solana, worth around $42 million. So overall, seeing these big companies and big whale accounts, whether you're in Solana or Cardano or whatever it is, selling off massive portions of their holdings and selling off, tens of millions of dollars, isn't really too great. Yes, I get it that all these companies and all these holders have to take profits at some point in time. They have to be selling off their positions to maybe have some additional money to make investments elsewhere. But really, if they were extremely bullish, let's say for Pump.Fun on Solana, they simply hold their Solana tokens. Do they need it for operations? Maybe they need a little bit, but not $42 million worth. Do these whale accounts maybe need some money for something else for Cardano? Probably, but if they were really bullish on it, they'd probably just continue to hold Cardano, considering that we haven't really seen that blow off top for the crypto market yet. We haven't seen that rally that everyone's been expecting yet. So just looking at the overall market, what's going on with Cardano right now, things really aren't too great for a few main reasons. So yeah, there's a lot of good, but also there is a lot of things to just be concerned about.